All right, we are live. Okay, let me just make it come up. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome,
Hey, hey.
welcome. Yes, I'm so excited because I have somebody who is phenomenal that I wanted you guys to meet. You guys absolutely need to hear from this special young lady. I have counted a privilege to even be connected with her. Her story is amazing. And guess what? Yes, the wonderful world of trading brought us together. That is what's amazing about something that is so global is you get attached to people that you may not have met in person, but you get to talk to them basically like every day. And I want to go ahead and introduce to you guys to none other than the amazing Kierra. And she is going to start off by just introducing herself and talk about what her biggest day trading has been and how long she's been doing it. Go ahead, Kierra.
Hello, hello. Thank you so much, Jasmina. It is a privilege to be sharing this platform with you. Um, you're just a great mentor, a great coach, and a great team member. But as she shared, my name is Kierra Jones. I am originally from Baltimore, Maryland, currently residing in Dallas, Texas. And my background is in all things communications, TV production, photography, no background whatsoever in trading or investing. Okay. So in 2020, in February of 2020, my cousin in Washington, D.C. reached out to me and said, "Hey, cuz, I want you to learn how to trade." And I said, "Look, I just started this new job. I'm trying to get acclimated. So maybe in a few months." So little did we know that COVID-19 was going to really hit as hard as it did. And so in May of 2020, I was let go from a job I just started 3 months prior. And you guys, I really was sad. I was down in the dumps. I'm not going to lie. I was sad because I thought this was my dream job. But in that moment when I was let go, I thought to myself, I never want to be in this situation again where someone dictates whether or not I'm going to continue working to make money. And so, guys, I reached back out to my cousin and I said, "Hey, I want to learn all there is to know about trading." I started watching YouTube videos. I came across the Retired in 365 family, Mr. Charles Dyson and Mr. Kingdom Cash. There I met Jasmina and her beautiful, beautiful spirit, guys. If you don't know what I'm talking about, please connect with her, please. But nonetheless, I got started in the I Am Mastery Academy, learning all there is to know about cryptocurrency trading, foreign exchange trading, and high frequency trading. And you guys, I started my demo account on a Friday, just after 7 days of being in part of the academy. And once I started getting comfortable in my demo account, I went on and funded my live trading account. And I wasn't really sure what I was doing. I just said, "Hey, I've been learning, so let me go ahead and apply what I've been learning and what Mr. Kingdom Cash, Jasmina, and the rest of the Retired in 365 mentors and coaches have been teaching and start my live trading account." I did that. And one Saturday morning, I decided to go do laundry. And before I went to do laundry, I took a trade with Bitcoin. Okay. Took a trade with Bitcoin. I never purchased Bitcoin before. So this was my first time stepping out on that limb. And by the time I was finished putting my laundry in the dryer, okay, it doesn't take that long for your clothes to wash. So by the time my clothes went into the dryer, guys, I had already accumulated $338.38. I have it written on my wall because it may not seem like much, but to someone without a trading background or any ounce of knowledge of trading, to see that amount in under 45 minutes was just life changing for me. Okay. I said, the sky is not the limit. There's so much more that I could do with this. And you guys, I just love the Retired 365 family, Jasmina, and just being a part of a community that really digs in deep and shows you what it means to be an investor, to learn about cryptocurrency trading, to learn about Bitcoin, the Ethereum, Ripple. There are so many cryptocurrencies out there, but Bitcoin, as you all know, has exceeded so many previous highs, and you'll learn about that once you get connected to Jasmine, okay?
Right, right. I think that that is phenomenal because your story is similar to mine in the sense of before I started trading, I always wanted to be an investor. I purchased books. I was always wanting to teach myself. I would always say, and my family can definitely co-sign on this, I'm going to learn how to invest in the stock market. I only knew about the stock market. I had no idea what the foreign exchange market was until somebody by the name of Javon Hutchison, if he sees this, introduced me to it. And I found out it was larger than the stock market. Okay. So
Yes.
once I found that out, I was like, go big or go home. Right. And I was in a position where I had decided to become a full-time entrepreneur anyway. So I was like, what the heck? This is perfect timing because I have time to go ahead and learn how to invest. But cryptocurrency has completely blew my mind. At first, I was a little bit, I wasn't skeptical because I knew about it, right? I know it's been around, Bitcoin has been around since 2009. I first heard about it probably in 2000 and I would say 10, 11, so very early on. But I didn't have somebody to teach me. Because imagine if I would have invested in it back in 2010,
Hmm.
right? So the fact that now I look today, it is at 34,000 per coin, where the high was over 40,000. It's just mind blowing at how the times are changing. And now I hear that Bitcoin is the fifth largest currency next to currencies that have been around much longer. That goes to show. And when you see that the government holds so much in
Yes.
Bitcoin and so many large corporations are investing in Bitcoin and talking about it, that just goes to show that it's something that you definitely do not want to turn a blind eye to at all. And it's crazy because that was your first trade, Bitcoin,
First
right?
trade. Yep. First
And
trade.
I was somebody that shied away from it. But tell us a little more about how you see the world of investing completely changing your life. Because, like you said, you were laid off, like most people were. Well, not most, but a lot of people were in
Sure.
2020. So just show how this, or tell people how this has actually helped you and how it's going to take you to what you want to do next.
Absolutely. So investing and just learning about the cryptocurrencies and being able to now have access to this information that has always been here, but
Mhm,
now I'm a part of that 1%. The
mhm.
investors, guys, those people who we always hear about. And now to think that, oh my gosh, I'm part of the 1% now. It doesn't have to be a foreign thing to me anymore. Investing has definitely opened not only my mind, but it has expanded my thinking in such a way that I don't even look at the news the same way. I don't even communicate with friends and family the same way. I now am very strategic about how I communicate about certain things. So my friends and family look at me like I'm crazy half the time because I'm talking about trading, I'm talking about investing, I'm talking about cryptocurrency, and they're like, "Ugh, here she go again." But guys, I'm just like, if you don't learn how to do this today, think about your 2022. I'm not even talking about 2021 because in 2020, this time last year, I didn't know none of this stuff. Okay. It is to the point where I am now thinking about not just how I'm going to reach my goals, I'm thinking about goals beyond the ones I already have set. And that is because of the security and the sustainability that's there when when you make the decision to invest and learn what investing is all about. And I'm thinking, you know what? I want all of my cousins, all of my friends to know about this. You don't even have to be taught by me. You don't. If you don't feel comfortable, that's fine. As long as you learn how to start investing, how to develop that investor mindset, that's all that matters to me. That's all I talk about, and everyone knows this now. My photography and filming that I do, I still do that. But now at the top of my priority list is educating other people on what it means to become an investor and start to really take it serious, because this isn't a trial and error thing for me. It is long term. This is something that I will be doing for the rest of my life. It is a decision that I made when I decided to get started with Jasmina and the Retired in 365 family. There was no looking back. There was no thinking about my past. Everything from now on, when I started learning about trading and investing, is moving forward.
That's amazing. That's amazing. And just so you know, if you are watching, if you do not, because I get a lot of questions, can you help me? What is Bitcoin? What is everybody talking about? And basically, if you do not know, the Bitcoin is a form of digital currency. You might hear it referenced as cryptocurrency. And like Kierra said, Bitcoin is not the only one. It's just the most talked about right now. There are so many others that may hold a lesser value currently, but the rate in which it's increasing just goes to show how much your money can actually double if you were to invest in it. But let me also say this, because people get worried because of the dips. Like I said, Bitcoin was it was over 40,000. And now it's about 34,000 as of today. I haven't checked recently, so I don't know where it's at currently. But when you learn how to trade it, you capitalize off of the increase or the decrease. Okay. So you can treat cryptocurrency as an investment where you can invest in it long term if you have the knowledge to get in at the right time. The right time is not at its highest. Okay. But there's always an anticipated pullback, which people are experiencing now. That doesn't mean that it was a bad investment. That just means that you may have gotten in at the wrong time. But what you will not do that is wrong is learning how to trade it, because if it does take a dip, you can still make money when it goes down. And those of us like myself and Kierra that were in position that knew how to trade it, we saw this dip coming, okay? Because it always
Mhm.
happens with all currencies, okay?
Yes.
But basically, it's like I said, you can buy Bitcoin and you can invest in it long term, or you can trade it, but it's actually the first decentralized person to person payment system, right? And it can be stored digitally or on a ledger, which is actually recommended because things on the computer can get hacked, right? But you learn all of these things when you are connected to people that actually know what they're doing. Just like we connected ourselves and now we know. So when you are able to get connected with people that actually know what they're doing and not just riding the wave, and let me also say something, opening a Bitcoin wallet in Cash App is not the most efficient way, okay, to go ahead and invest in Bitcoin. It's good, but it's not the most efficient way and it's not the best way just because you hear people talking about it. So if you didn't know, oh, and let me also say this, Bitcoin ATMs are popping up around the world. Down the street, I'm in Georgia, down the street at the gas station that I frequent, they have a Bitcoin ATM, okay? You can purchase things with Bitcoin. Lamborghini is even now allowing you to make payments in Bitcoin. So, what does that tell everybody that is just sitting
Mhm.
back and watching and wondering? Things are going digital. So, money is going to go digital as well, right? So,
Oh,
go
Jasmina,
ahead. I was going to say, what do you have to say about that?
Jasmina, did you hear of from the latest stimulus that was announced in 2020, just before we hit 2021, that banks are going to start attaching wallets to our accounts?
I
Wallets to
actually,
our accounts.
I did not hear that. Go ahead. Do you have more information on
Yes.
that?
So if you read the 5,000-page document, stimulus document, you will see a little section. Now you got to read it closely, a little section where it speaks about our own government is going to create a crypto currency.
Hmm.
That's right, you guys. The future is now. The future is now. Whether you want to get involved or not, you are going to be indirectly a part of investing. So why not get started in learning how to invest when it comes to Bitcoin and the other digital currencies that are out there? Now, like I said, I was watching TV. No, I didn't say this, but I was watching TV the other day, and there's this movie. I think it's called Dope. And it's about three kids running around town. They're very intelligent, and they mention Bitcoin. Now, this movie has been out for some time, and I'm sure I saw it when it first came out, but now seeing it again, I understand what they were doing when it came to the Bitcoin reference. So, you guys, it's a beautiful thing. I'm so thankful for the skill set. I'm so thankful for the knowledge and education, and to be around other people of like minds who I can actually communicate with and have a true discussion about investing with. So, you guys, if you have questions, reach out to Jasmina. Learn how you can get started with this because the future is now. 2021 is here, and 2020 threw a lot of us curveballs. In 2021, we can get ready for those curveballs and hit those home runs if you decide to get started in investing.
Right. Well, thank you so much, Kierra, and thank you for everybody who is watching this live or who is going to watch it on the replay. We talked a little bit about Bitcoin, so if you missed that, go ahead and rewind it if you just hopped on. But let me just touch on this really quick because although we talk about Bitcoin, although we talk about cryptocurrency, it and let me also say because of this big boom in cryptocurrency, it is now a $500 billion market, okay? But let me say this, even larger than that, even larger than the stock market, the largest liquid financial market in the world is still the foreign exchange market. And what is that? That is just the collection of all the different currencies that are in rotation around the world. So what does that mean? That the foreign exchange market is always going to be as long as currency in some form is in rotation. And this is something that has been around for 500 years. It's not new, and it's not a club that you can join. It is an actual financial market that, guess what? The banks trade your money in. If you were to Google right now or go on any job website, you will see banks looking for professional traders, okay? And how do they trade? Where do they get that money? From the very money that we are storing, hoping to get a small percentage back from our savings. But we are now live in a day and age, thanks to a few years ago, where now you don't have to have $100,000 to put up in order to invest in this market. Now, everyday people like myself and Kierra that may not have had access to this before can get involved and actually become what we call retail traders and start trading in this market. So why is this valuable to you? Because you now have access to something that you did not have access to before. You have access to become that 1% where it may have seemed seemingly impossible. And when you learn, when you get connected with us and you learn how to actually invest in these markets, it doesn't stop there. You obtain that investor mindset. We are connected to so many people that have gone on to open restaurants because they now have the capital, that have gone on to invest in food chains because they now have the capital, that have gone on to do so many other things in the world of investing in real estate, starting their own businesses, right? Retiring their parents at such a young age. Retirement is not an age. That's what they want us to believe. Retirement is a dollar amount. Okay, but they want you to believe that you have to work so long because that is the amount of time that you may save up enough money based on what jobs are offering to pay you or the pension that you might get, so you can be there and perform all this labor to keep that business afloat. I'm not putting jobs down because I love it if it's your passion. I love the fact that you have a way to sustain your family. I thank God for people being able to have a source of income. But what I am saying is that if you bank on one sole source of income that is yet a risk because you don't own that company and they have the power to get rid of you just like they had the power to hire you, then that is a dangerous place to be in. So that is why we are here and we are explaining this to you, because we want people to have access to something they may not have ever heard of or even felt comfortable doing because of what they may have thought the investor looked like. They look like us. They look like the person that you see down the street. They look like the truck driver that is making an additional income as he is on the road. It looks like that doctor that is still saving lives. And still, we had a brain surgeon that learned how to trade on our platform and was still learning from the best of the best on our platform. We have people with doctorates. We have people that are stay at home parents. The investor in this day and age is your average person that you might see walking down the street. Okay. So that's all that I have. We want to personally invite you. If you want to hear more and get involved in this money conversation, we have a mastermind with our overly successful mentors that's going to be happening in 20 minutes. Okay. So reach out to either Kierra or myself and let us know that you want in, you want to hear more information, you have questions, whatever the case is, and we will send you that link so you can be involved and hear exactly what it is that we are talking about. Digital currency is not going away. Just like when people thought that you wouldn't be able to video chat on a computer, guess what? We're doing it. Before the cell phone was created, people probably thought it was impossible. Guess what? It is here and it's still evolving. Going way back, just like people probably thought that we would never be able to fly, guess what? The Wright brothers created the plane. So at the end of the day, you have to learn how to adapt with the times, and you have to take advantage of valuable information that you now have access to. So get back to us. Let us know that you don't want to be a bystander, right? That you want to get involved. And I'm here to serve you. Kierra is here to serve you. Do you have any last words?
All the only thing I would say is don't allow your mind to talk you out of an awesome, awesome opportunity that could ultimately change your future, your friend's future, your family's future, as well as for the next generation. That's all.
Well, thank you again so much, Kierra. Y'all go and follow her, okay? She is accomplished in her own right, even outside of being an investor. So it's definitely somebody you want to be connected to. And I will catch you guys on the next live. You guys have a blessed day, and I pray prosperity and blessings over your life, and also just the discernment to know when it is time for you to make a change. Okay? Bye now. Let me go ahead.